Faded, the sports podcast that you didn't know you needed. Our views and opinions may be a little unconventional. The host may be a little high and maybe a little tipsy. The following opinions and views have nothing to do with the 989 Network or its affiliates. Other than that, sit back, grab a drink, roll up a fatty, and enjoy the show.
What?
I don't know why. I just was thinking, give your balls a tug.
Give your balls a tug.
And I just started laughing.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Cross-Faded Sports. We are in the Smokehouse. I am your host, Buckethead Zack, here with Connor the Condor, and giving his balls a tug over here, Baney with the Faney. Yes, we kept that recording. It was perfect. We are back with another iteration of a bucket hat game show. It's not a game show type today, boys. But we got a rankings list. It's an interesting twist. We're getting that bucket hat list on here. Boys, real quick, off the top of your heads, give me a random quarterback in the NFL.
Daniel Jones.
I wanted to say Michael Vick.
Oh, God. What the fuck are you on? Don't you like dogs?
Bro, I ain't even that drunk or high either. I'm just being so dumb right now. Yeah, before you ask the question. I'm over here like, Michael Vick. And then you're like, current quarterback in the NFL. My brain's like, no, not Michael Vick.
Jayden Daniels.
I'm so stupid.
Dan Orlovsky.
I'm fucking crying right now. I'm laughing so
Make sure we have these mics numbered for all that spit that's on Banny's mic now. From him crying, laughing.
Are you able to say his name yet?
No, we can't.
Jayden Daniels. Oh, fuck.
All right, so for the sake of this list, I'm sorry, Connor, but we cannot go with Daniel Jones.
Good, that's fine with me.
We are going to stick with, I like it here. Good option there with Michael Daniels. I mean,
Jayden Vick.
Jayden Vick. Jayden Daniels there. We're going to stick with him. He is going to be our quarterback for this list, and we are going to have another wide receiver duo list with a twist. I am going to mix up these wide receivers here as a 1-2 package, but it's not a complete mix up. Their teams are still the same. So first off, we have Amon-Ra St. Brown and Calvin Johnson. Second up, we have Marvin Harrison Jr. and Larry Fitzgerald. Third up, we have Justin Jefferson and Randy Moss. Fourth, we have Jamar Chase and Chad Ochocinco. And fifth, Nico Collins and Andre Johnson.
So what are we picking? Like, who's got the most combined stats together?
Nope, we are just going to do a top 5 rankings. How you would rank these receivers with Jayden Daniels as their QB.
Oh, which combo would be the best with Jayden Daniels?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, my number one off the top of my head, I would have to go with Jefferson and Moss, in my opinion. You get Jefferson with all the looks and that over-the-top throw-up ball 70 yards down with Moss doing everything and anything, and Jayden Daniels is a scrambling kind of quarterback. I feel like those two would mix in and be the best kind of threats with Jayden.
No arguments here. I would literally before you said anything, I was thinking the same thing. And Jayden Daniels had the best deep ball accuracy in the FBS last year, and he's already proven it in the NFL with some of the deep balls he's thrown already. I mean, when he had his 82% completion percentage the other night, it wasn't like he was just dinking and dunking. He had a couple long throws to Terry McLaurin for over 30 yards.
And I mean, the only other wide receiver I could see that happening would be Calvin Johnson, in my opinion. But the Moss and Jefferson combo would be crazy.
See, I'm gonna have a different take here than you guys. I do agree that's a great combination there, but that's two deep field threats.
But both of them are capable of them quick routes.
You guys are gonna be a little shocked here. I'm going Andre Johnson and Nico Collins as my number one. Andre Johnson, no one's stopping him middle of the field, short routes. He is gonna be a tank for Jayden Daniels. Nico Collins over top. That's going to be my number one right there.
Okay.
Well, fuck you. He's on IR.
Well, who's your number two then?
I'm going to then go to Jefferson and Moss. That would be my number two. There's no denying those are the most dominant downfield threats possibly in NFL history.
Your number one is my number three. My number two is Kelvin and Amon-Ra, just because I would love to see that combo happen. But I definitely got to give you credit with that.
Calvin, Amon-Ra, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Larry Fitzgerald, Nico and Andre Johnson, Justin Jefferson, and
Chad Ochocinco.
It's Chad. Okay, yeah. So Chad. Okay, that was the other one. Justin Jefferson.
No, not Justice. Oh wait, I thought it was Jefferson and
Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
Yep.
Jamar Chase.
Sorry.
And yep.
Okay, so
Ochocinco.
yeah. Unfortunately, Connor and I agree again. Calvin Johnson, Amon-Ra. Calvin Johnson can easily blow. He can run every route, blow the top off. Amon-Ra St. Brown could be moved freely, and then they have to triple cover Calvin every time. Can you imagine what Amon-Ra like?
Can you imagine Jayden Daniels' scrambling abilities and how free that would be with them triple teaming Calvin?
Calvin Johnson made Nate Burleson an all-pro wide receiver. Imagine what he would do for Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
That's why he would be my number three.
And to continue, it's not fair, but Larry Fitzgerald is going to drop on this list because Marvin Harrison Jr. just got into the league, and that's not fair because Larry Fitzgerald is arguably the second best wide receiver on this list to Calvin Johnson. I feel like you can make that argument. So Justin Jefferson and Randy Moss, because Justin Jefferson had a few years, Jamar Chase, same thing. And Jamar Chase's partner is nowhere near as good as Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald has less drops than tackles.
Exactly. So that's not fair. So my next would be Andre Johnson and Nico Collins.
Yep, same here.
And he already said the same thing. And then it would probably be Jamar Chase and Chad Ochocinco and then Marvin Harrison. But I feel like I could easily put Marvin Harrison and Larry Fitzgerald before Chad Ochocinco.
My 4 and 5 are in between. I feel like all of ours are.
See, I'm kind of in agreement with Baney there, going Chad Johnson and Jamar Chase fourth then, and then Larry Fitzgerald and Marvin Harrison Jr.
That's probably what I would put it at.
But, I mean, through 5 weeks, whatever we're at with Marvin Harrison Jr., he's going to be up
He's
in those.
He's not had the same season that Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson Amon-Ra didn't have a great breakout year. His rookie year was his second year where he did really well. But you know what I mean? He has not played as well as Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson or Malik Neighbors even.
Mm-hmm.
Malik Neighbors is, you know what? And I've meant to do this before. I apologize, Malik Neighbors, because we did a draft prior to the season, and I was talking mad shit about all these rookie wide receivers.
And how he wasn't going to do shit.
And Malik Neighbors is, right now he's number 4 scoring fantasy wide receiver right now in the full point PPR, and he missed last week, and he's still number 4.
Yeah.
Had he played last week, he'd still be number 1. So I apologize, Malik Neighbors. You're a rock star, and I should have drafted you.
Another thing for me, though, that I have Marvin Harrison and Larry Fitzgerald last is because Like Harrison is that over the top kind of throw, shit, fuck it, 50, 60-yard pass. And the size is just not there, as where Calvin Johnson and Justin Jefferson, I mean, that size and speed is there. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's quicker than them, way quicker, but he's not as big.
See, and I really wanted to put my 1 and 2 as Andre Johnson and Nico and Calvin and Amon-Ra.
I'm a big Nico fan. I'm a really big Nico fan.
The big thing for me was it's the size switch up. The short route, medium route guy for Andre Johnson and Nico Collins. Andre Johnson was a monster. That dude was trucking people out in the middle of the field. Yeah. Amon-Ra St. Brown's a little bit of a smaller receiver. He's going to be the middle threat.
I mean, Nico is a huge receiver. He's a big motherfucker.
But he's not as big as Calvin.
No.
You guys might... you probably have seen the videos, but I remember watching it live, which is fucking awesome because, fantasy football, and I was a big Andre Johnson fan because that team was garbage. Shout out to David Carr, Derek Carr's older brother, who got him ready for the draft. Kind of like Marvin Harrison Jr., like, side note, Derek Carr didn't spend his whole draft process doing drills and working out specifically to run the 40 and do all that stuff. He spent time with his older brother, David Carr, learning how to dissect NFL defenses and learning how to do a huddle and go under center and stuff like that. Kind of similar to how Marvin Harrison Jr. and Marvin Harrison Sr. approached the draft. They did not go to a workout camp, and he didn't even run the 40. He didn't barely do shit. I don't think he did anything. He didn't work out at all.
I think he just gave measurements.
Yeah, he just gave measurements, and he did some interviews. That's all he did because he spent all of his time with his dad and other ex-NFL players getting ready to be an NFL player, just like Derek Carr did. And Derek Carr started off really well his rookie season, and you can tell that there is a level of expectation and then a level of preparedness beyond just getting ready to run a 40 and do a ladder drill and do a fucking ball catching drill.
And I like looking at this list. You can really tell because obviously there's the theme of the current generation and old generation receiver here. You can really tell the difference in, the style receiver we have nowadays. Even T.O. and Randy Moss, they were still kind of larger receivers,
Oh, dude, T.O. was the original DK Metcalf, bro.
Exactly.
If you look at T.O. back in the day, that dude was a monster. And, like, Calvin Johnson dwarfs him. And to perfect example, on Monday Night Football, when the Lions played the Seattle Seahawks, DK went over and shook Calvin Johnson's hand. Did you guys see that picture?
And Calvin massive.
Like, DK's a beast, bro. Like, I got
in
DK
full pads.
in 2 leagues, and he's in full pads, like you said, and Calvin is towering above him, bro. It just goes to show, and T.O. is not as big as Calvin.
No,
oh my God.
And so you can just see the huge change. Like Larry Fitzgerald, big, massive receiver.
Dude, and I'm surprised you didn't. Can you? Okay, and that's just goes to show how many great receivers the 49ers had. You could have picked if you done Debo and T.O. or Debo and Jerry Rice or Brandon Ayuk and T.O. There's so many different combinations, and that could have easily been number 1 too with Jayden Daniels at quarterback. Can you imagine Jayden Daniels and T.O.? I'm a huge T.O. fan. I don't care how much of an asshole he is. I'm gonna get sidetracked too much. There's no question.
There's no wrong answer there.
Yeah.
I'm right. You're wrong. I win. I'm just kidding.
You just said you're a big fan of Nico Collins. You know where he graduated?
Michigan.
Yeah, fuck off.
Go blue. Man. We don't have to yell, go white.
Well, this has been a little twist up rankings. It's our sporadic smokehouse here. We don't know what the hell we're doing. We're pretty drunk and high, so we came up with a random list to perfectly example that. None of us may be right. None of us may be wrong. But I tell you what, boys. You don't know how to rank shit. Have a good night.
Is that it, really?
We don't. That's still recording.
We like sports and we don't care who knows. From shooting hoops to the Super Bowl. We like sports and we don't care who knows. Football, tennis.